Adventures.
Hey guys, welcome to Chuke's Outdoor Adventures once again. Well, this week's news reports did not disappoint. Once again, we're in the fall season, both in Alaska and the lower 48, even Canada, even in Japan. I don't know if it's fall there, but these bear attacks keep happening to the point where I'm getting these stories emailed to me and people are logging onto my website. Thank you to all the viewers who are doing that. I can't even keep up with them anymore. But literally every Friday, I have more bear attacks to talk about. Now, this one hit home literally because this bear attack literally happened an hour and a half drive from where I was born here in Alaska, where I grew up on the Kenai Peninsula. So this was a brown bear attack, I believe, in the Kenai neighborhood. Now, many people know Soldotna and Kenai. If you're driving down the peninsula, they're small towns. They're not big metropolis, but you know, there's the Kenai River there, and there's a lot of fishing, and it's a neat place to visit. A lot of people drive through on their way to Homer. But this was from KTUU News. Wildlife officials asked residents in Kenai neighborhoods to be on high alert following a bear attack early Tuesday morning. And this happened. This was announced just the past couple days. They keep throwing stories on it. According to Alaska Wildlife Trooper David Loring, the 36-year-old woman was seriously injured when she went for a jog near her home on Chinook Drive. Okay, I know where that is. A neighborhood near the Pillars boat launch on the Kenai River. That's where world-class king salmon have been caught historically, sometime between 5 and 5:30 a.m., so early in the morning. She made it probably 50 yards from her house, Loring said. The bear came out of another property. It looks like it attacked her and dragged her approximately 100 yards down the road onto this guy's property. Loring said the man was a neighbor who had awakened to noises before daylight, which he assumed were coming from a bear. He went outside to inspect it. Once it was light out, about a half hour later, oh boy, he heard barking, woofing sounds of a bear. He'd been around bears before, and he thought a bear might have got a dog and was doing something in the neighborhood, Loring explained. He didn't really think of it much, and then he heard some more. In the daylight, he walked out there and located a female in the woods on his property, just lying there, wounded. Loring said the woman was bleeding from substantial wounds to her face and scalp, but was conscious and able to talk despite being in shock. She was medevaced to an Anchorage hospital for treatment. When authorities arrived on scene, the bear had left, but is believed to be a brown bear based on tracks and other evidence. Yeah, do you think? Definitely not a black bear. Wildlife troopers, Fish and Game, Kenai police searched the area, but were unable to find it. Loring said there was no sign the bear was protecting a food source, and it's likely the woman took it by surprise. Troopers said initially that if located, the bear would be put down, but Loring said it would be difficult to determine which bear was involved. He also said it's possible the bear had left the area. Loring said troopers and police will have patrols in the neighborhood the next few days, and people there are asked to stay vigilant. When asked if there's anything else people can do, Loring said it's good to remember that bears are out at this time of year eating salmon and berries as they bulk up for winter. Yeah, they're hungry. Mostly, Loring said, people need to be aware and prepared. If you do get out in the woods, make sure you can hear your surroundings and what is going on, he said. And that can be as simple as putting on in one AirPod and not two. So, yeah, don't put both AirPods in. So it didn't talk about bear spray or firearms in that article. Not really that surprised. I mean, and it's the media, they never do. They dislike firearms greatly. Now, I always show this. This is my Dan Wesson 1911 chambered in 10 millimeter. I got a just in case leather holster there. I've also got a chest holster for it, but this is a full size. It's got a 5-inch barrel. When I shoot buffalo boar hard cast, the 220 grain, I get like 703 foot-pounds of energy out of this thing. So just amazing energy. Another one of my favorites, believe it or not, is also in a just-in-case holster. This is inside the waistband, but this is my 686 Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum revolver. Now, this is the shorter 3-inch barrel, but it's a 7-shot revolver, and it's pretty comparable to 10 millimeter, not quite with this short of a barrel, but in tests, surprisingly, that me and Chuck did, 10 millimeter has typically beat 357 Magnum, which I kind of don't believe, because I know that if you load your own rounds with the revolver, you can get way more power with hard cast in the 357 Magnum than 10 millimeter. I personally believe, but I was really surprised in a lot of the tests. The 10 millimeter was beating the power of the 357 Magnum. Not by much, they're pretty close, but revolvers are great because you can put them against something and fire, and you're not going to get the jams that you will in a semi-automatic pistol, in my opinion. The next story that we have is a Florida man story. So this is in the USA Today network. A doorbell camera captures the moment when a bear attacked Florida man leaving for work. So in both these cases, people were outside their residence, just basically in their yards, and were attacked by bears. Now, this is Florida, so I'm guessing this one is a black bear. Still dangerous, not as dangerous as that brown bear in Kenai. Especially in Kenai, the bears get very, very large because they have all the fish they want to eat, so they grow very large. Their heads are big, massive bodies. So a Florida man went toe-to-toe with a black bear and lived to tell about it, sharing a video of the dangerous encounter. About 4 a.m., again, these creatures are nocturnal many times. On August 15th, Alexander Rojas, 23, was confronted by a pair of juvenile black bears in his front yard as he was leaving his Apopka, Florida home. Ring camera footage showed the technician locking his door before noticing a loud cub approach him, panicking and yelling at the mammal. The bear bit Rojas' arm and clawed his ribs before he managed to get away, according to a GoFundMe page started by his sister, Yelissa Rojas. Had 3 immediate options: attempt to open the door while the bear was still within 5 feet, run left where another bear of similar size was approximately 30 feet away, or run right towards the woods where the mother bear could potentially be. There's not a lot of good choices there. Forced to make a life or death decision, Alex Rojas said he managed to evade both bears by hurdling over a vehicle and dashing further down a street. For some odd reason, he turned around, did some more stutter steps towards me, and bit my arm, then clawed my rib cage. I was able to kick his feet out and knock him in the nose. Okay. So his forearm suffered possible nerve and tendon damage. That's not good. A lot of times you'll get really bad infections from their nasty teeth if they dig down into you. Alexander Rojas was treated and released to a local hospital. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said they're accepting donations for his medical bills on the GoFundMe page. Now let me see if they say anything about carry bear spray. My arms currently very uncomfortable. My hands feel very weak. Yeah, that's not good. And then it ends with, bears are typically quiet and shy animals. I disagree. And attacks are very rare. Again, I disagree. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said bears are still wild animals and could seriously harm or kill people if they feel threatened or if they are protecting their young. So bear spray is good. Carry bear spray, but even more importantly, carry a firearm, carry both. And if you have to choose between one, carry a firearm, because it's been proven in all these studies that the firearms work better in saving lives, deterring attacks, even though the people on the left will say that's a lie and that's bear spray only, which is something that frustrates me, and we keep talking about it in these videos. But there's enough bear attacks that I have several to talk about every single Friday. So I disagree with all these experts saying that the attacks are pretty rare, because obviously they're not, because every Friday I'm talking about several more. So stay safe out there, guys. Carry bear spray, and more importantly, carry a firearm. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next Friday. I'll also have a video up in the morning. Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, don't get shot by a bear, but I don't care, I got a 10 millimeter. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time.